All right, and with that, we are now ready to hold the Metroid Dread Mercury Steam Percent glitchless race between Jayin and ArcanoxDragon.
There we are.
Ah, yeah.
Hello, I'm back.
Okay, it's that.
Yep. Hello, everybody. This is the Metroid Dread race between Jayin and ArcanoxDragon right now. This is a very cool category as welcome to Mercury Steam Percent, where it's kind of a glitchless route. We do all the developer-intended like shortcuts they can do, even if it's like not fast for the overall routes. We still do it because it's really cool. That's what this is. It's very, very cool. Want to introduce yourselves?
I am ArcanoxDragon.
I am Jayin. Call me Jay or Jayina. It's fine.
Sweet. I think without further ado, are we good on time? We're good to start. We're good to
so.
start. All right, let's all count down, everybody. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. And now we have 20 seconds of loads.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Best of luck to you.
Best of luck to you, too.
Thank you very much.
I'll be doing a lot of talking nervous run because this game
May
is
the odds be ever in your favor.
Oh my god.
This game is very focus intensive. There's a lot of inputs you gotta do, and it's very, very fast. So everyone's gonna be focusing for a lot of it. I'll chime in here and there, of course, but yeah. So this is Metroid Dread. This is actually Metroid 5, the final game in the entire series. Canonically, at least. And see, there's already a lot of cool movement tech. That's called a melee dash. It's new to this game. In the last game, made by Mercury Steam as well too, Metroid Samus Returns. You have to kind of stand still, do the melee counter in this case. But now it's the melee dash, and you do it while it's moving around. And it's good for just general movement stuff. That's Adam there. They're from Metroid Fusion, but they got a cool, nice new design. And now there's the first like slide as well too. We gotta do, and a little cutscene happen because of it too. Sliding's a big part of movement in this game in general. It just allows you to go way faster. You don't start off with the morph ball, and you don't get that for a while as well in this game too. So sliding's how we're gonna get through the tiny gaps. Now normally in a normal glitchless run in this game, or just any other run in this game really, it's not glitchless. You actually do a skip using a trick where you shoot a beam through the wall. But you don't do that here, we're gonna instead just do this part normally, but like fast. And nice. That's the first enemy of the run right there. The whole this part kind of teaches you they have to run away from the enemies. They will one-shot kill you if you're not careful. In order to actually defeat them, you have to do the melee counter at the right time. Unfortunately, for the rest of the enemies in the game, the melee counter timing is completely random. So we'll see how that goes. If it ever happens, of course. Hopefully it doesn't happen at all. And that's the Omega Blaster. Fun facts. Mega Blaster, Mega Can, whatever it is. But fun fact, originates in Metro Prime Hunters for 10DS. It's so cool. We're using that now to destroy enemies and absorb the powers you get from them, which in this case, I think it's actually nothing for the first one. Yeah.
Nothing.
You get self-confidence.
You really do, honestly. Now it's moving along over here. Again, it's a glitchless run, but it doesn't mean this run's gonna be like boring or anything. Metroid Dread is a really cool action-packed game. There's also a lot of skips in general, especially in the early part of this run we're going to be doing. There's one you can go for here, I think, to skip this whole like enemy waiting session ends. Not sure if any of the rest are gonna go for it though, but yeah, we're not going for it. That's totally fine. But you can use a melee dash in midair, you left your wall jump to go right above, right where the enemy comes out, and it's really cool and fast. But it's also very, very hard. You don't have much time to do it.
You have to wait here for the enemy to show up.
Yeah, they're just gonna stare at you there. Let's see if we get caught by them. It's a game over unless you melee at the right time. And that's really hard. Also, forgot to mention too, but Arcanox is actually using the fusion suit, which y'all donated for. The fusion suit is really cool. Look at to say the least. I'm very impressed with it.
Uploading data.
That's they just say words. That's their whole thing. We are getting a few missiles from Gerald throughout the entire run, but it's not going to be one of them we're going to get right here. But there's a certain route to do it. There's also, like, in this game, there's missile plus tanks, in addition to regular missile tanks, which give you 10 missiles instead of 2. And now we're going to go for a tiny little... Oh, it's right there? It's not right there, never mind.
Oh, I got right side.
The enemy spawns in each area are kind of random. There's sets between a few different spawn points, but they're random which one it could be, essentially. That's the first instance of that right there. Now here's a little skip. It skips a lot of movement going around here more than anything else. It's very hard. This is going to be a big choke point early on this run. Hopefully we're risking it pretty fast. Oh. Oh. Wow, that was very close. You have to slide just barely on here and aim at the right time so you can just cancel your momentum just well enough to get right up there.
It's triple frame perfect.
Triple frame perfect. Jeez. Yeah, very hard. One of those tricks you reset for early on, but if you don't get it, you have to try again or just not do it for a while, I guess. Yeah, it's a skip leg, just going around here and just draining all the water, more than anything else. Now here as well as another skip using the melee dash. And very nice first try on that one. Melee dash immediately after jumping off a wall like that, you're able to just gain a little bit of just enough height distance that you need to grab that ledge there and just go all the way around. And skip actually filling the room with water, funnily enough. And there's the first upgrade of the run, the charge beam. As we all know, Gerald the charge beam is just you hold down B for a while, it makes a more powerful beam, and it's just really good. It's a classic Metroid upgrade, really. In the case of this game, really any given charge beam will unlock doors that are kind of like not lit up. So now we can access more parts of the map. Also get our first E-Tank right here too as well. Which is good because things hit hard in this game. They really do. Like, Aurora's gonna make this game look easy, but trust me, doing it really fast is quite a tall task. It takes a lot of skill, to say the least. We're just gonna backtrack a little bit to where we gotta go. Right into this enemy zone over here. The enemy zones are very scary. Once again.
Bad spawn, bad spawn.
Yeah, bad spawn. We have nothing to counter them either right now, so we just kind of deal with this, unfortunately. We will soon enough. There's a boss fight soon that'll give us like a way to counter them, but not just yet.
They usually die there.
Good stuff. Congrats on surviving this time around. I think now we're just moving around right here. It might be a good time for a donation or two.
Practicing Artaria before doing a run makes me confused about the route. Don't mind me.
I would just like to remind everyone that we are still working our way towards that Stray any percent glitchless run tomorrow as the bonus finale run to Fastest Furs. We are currently at $3,441. So let's get those donations in and let's hit that 5,000.
Y'all done very well in general today to like raise all this money for us. Like, thank you very much for that.
Yeah, no worries.
Our goal was 2,000 today, and we're like way past that now. So y'all are great.
That's fantastic. That's great news.
Absolutely
crazy.
Fantastic. Yeah, with the lava restored right there, we're just gonna go. We can now access more parts of this, and thankfully just follow the lava tube until where we gotta go in this case. Fall down here. Now we're actually gonna fight the enemy now. Is what we're gonna do. We avoid them for a few times now, but now have to actually destroy them. And our goal throughout the entire game is to destroy all of the enemies on our way to the very surface of this planet here. Yep. These things have an outer shell first off of them. We destroy that, and then we get the Mega Cannon, the Mega Blaster once again. And that allows us to just now be able to destroy the enemies just temporarily. So we got strategies for this, because once again, if it catches us, it's a one-shot kill. We're just going to straight up here and immediately shoot their face off. If all goes correctly, it'll happen right here. Then we can slide underneath them and aim our Mega Blaster right here. Nice.
Okay.
Textbook fight right there.
Whew.
Arcanox going for a different strategy, but very consistent one. I can tell from here. Should be enough right here. Nice. Very, very good. That's always the thing about these quick kills here, is that you gotta be super careful where you start it. And also, once you destroy the faceplate, you have time to charge up your med can immediately, which makes things a lot simpler, to say the least.
Yeah. There's a kill called plant kill you can do where you just stand in the same spot, and it's very tight.
But with that, we now have the Spire Magnet, which allows us to apply these, like, blue toothpaste walls. Tell me I'm wrong. Come on.
No, it's just a bunch of crest.
Just a lot of crest right there. Not sponsored. But yeah, that's what that does. We can climb onto that now and access new parts of the map once again. And also, it's, straight to the next boss fight here, which is with the boss called Corpius. Corpius has... you have to shoot a lot of missiles at them, to say the least. Thankfully, that Idor there will just immediately refill all your missiles right before the fight every time, which is very nice. Corpius likes to move his head up and down every time you hit him with a missile. Then we go invisible for the second phase here, and we gotta do the same thing again. If we run out of missiles, thankfully, we can destroy the bulb that you see that's lit up right there. However, I think it takes exactly 30 missiles to destroy them, so unless you hit every single one of them, you're not going to do that most of the time. Bam, there we go. Good fight.
Ah, shoot. I got a headlock and he stabbed me.
Happens.
That's a bummer.
With that, we get the Phantom Cloak, which is just makes us invisible for a bit by tapping the right stick, if I recall. And cool to get past all these like different areas here too, without having to slow down, because you actually walk when you have a Phantom Cloak on. If we slide right before using it, which just cancels the walking animation entirely. Allows us to get right through a few of these passageways where others just have to slow down and walk through.
I got walk of shame right as you're talking about it.
Yeah. It'd be like that sometimes.
It's okay. I've commentated on races. I know how commentators' curse works.
Nope.
I respect the try though. What Joe's trying to go for there is a damage boost to get right on top of this area, which just allows you to skip this part here. That's just how it goes sometimes. If Arcanox gets this, they will be about in the lead. Maybe?
Come on.
I believe. There!
Oh,
We
Nice.
take those. We take
that
those.
was the sketchiest elevator deboost I've ever done in my entire life.
Well, you got it though.
That one's for you, Hobbit.
Can I get an alcohol wipe? Or something to wipe off my controller?
Oh, there's one right here. I'm gonna get that real fast.
Okay. Thanks, appreciate you.
No problem.
Oh, great. All right.
Alcohol percent.
Much better.
There we go. Now we're in Catalyst, the second area of the game. Sometimes this game just commentates itself because there's a lot of really cool movement they gotta do.
Uploading data.
However, I'm a little concerned about on Arcanox's side because they're low in health. Hopefully, it'll be okay in the end.
I've got to make sure I can recover enough for Hell Run.
Yeah, this game's drop system works, I think, similar to the GBA Metroid, where if you're down a little bit of health, or if you're down missiles, the game will more likely give you missiles before health sometimes.
A little bit. It's not as generous, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Jeez.
If we start a lava right there, get up the path for us, and now we just move along our merry way. Oh, I love that. Oh, I love that. That's so cool. Dread rules.
A runner named Supermain discovered that, so it's called Super Boost.
Nice.
All right, first heat run of the game.
Oh yeah, this is what we gotta do for Mercury C%. You go right through this area you're normally very easy to get through without getting hurt, and it just skips out walking around there. How much time did that save?
1 second.
1 second. Nice.
So in other words, it's absolutely mandatory that you do it.
Oh, easily.
Oh yeah.
You gotta save the frames. This whole area of carrots in general, you're going a bunch of these lava platforms, and you just gotta keep restoring it, the same one, all the way through carrots, essentially. Now, if I recall in the lore, actually, later on in the game, Artari actually is frozen over. I think this is why, because we took the lava from there on the back of the carrots. I want to say that's why. I don't know for sure, but that just makes sense to me, at least.
There's an outside party that gets involved and does some shenanigans.
That's true. That's very true.
I just started doing that little slide trick last night.
That's very good.
Oh, no slide under.
No swag slide. That's okay. But there'd be a lot of small cutscenes like this in this area. I think now's a good time for some donations. That's it. If we got any.
Now we're
How
coming
did
up on
he stay
Adam
alive?
Skip, so
What?
I bet we have time for donations. We're coming up on Adam Skip.
Oh, true, actually, yeah.
No, I mean we'll be stuck there forever. So.
Never mind that one. I forgot. Yeah, it's now. Oh my gosh, it's now. Yeah, okay, it's this. we skip like talking to Am for like basically the rest of the game by doing this little trick right here. It's very hard. You have to immediately wall jump right after doing that melee dash right against the slant there. It's very difficult. So whoever gets this first, there we go. Jay got it right now. That's a very pivotal moment in the run once again, because that's a really, really, really hard trick.
Of course, I do Adam Skip, and I don't do the slope tech after it. All right.
Very precise.
There
And
we
now
go.
our cross guy. There we go.
Very nice.
Very, very nice.
We both made it.
Hey.
I didn't sit there for 3 minutes.
So again, when you hear glitchless as a category, think of just really cool movements. It extends as well to like skips like this. You're not like this game itself is so cool because of the way it moves, but also you can do stuff like what we did a second ago there.
Just wait until we get Speed Booster.
Oh
yeah.
yes, and flash shift.
Oh yeah.
Flash shift's so cool. I love flash shifts.
I just wish you got to use it more than 3 times in a row.
Yeah. I mean, I think it'd be too overpowered at that point.
It is. I've tried it.
It's already super cool. Ooh. Now, thankfully, after that little area there, yeah, all the stuff, all the elders moving, so don't have to am skip on the way back. Thankfully. Now, nice little convenience E-tank right there. Gotta go around a bit to get there, but that's one of those ones they'd be a fool to just give up on. Unless you're doing 1%, in that case, more power to you. That's actually the last little lava tube right there. Once we do this one, we're gonna go straight to the left and right to the next area. Now it's time for Dairon. After a little bit, because these trams take a while, unfortunately. That's the kind of downside of a run like Metroid Dread, unfortunately, is that you got a lot of really cool movements, and it's very sick. But it's a downside and it's upside as well, too. But yeah, it's kind of like in between these tram segments, which take like, which have long loads.
And fun fact, if you have the physical copy, you have to add 10 seconds to each one of these loads on average.
Ouch. Thankfully, you're both digital.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Give one of us a 3-minute head start. That's what we used to do when people still ran physical. Hardly anybody does anymore, though.
For the best. Oh, very swag.
Alright, cloak
Thanks.
skip.
Okay, we gotta go right over here, all the way to the end of this area and restore the power. And then we're gonna go get next upgrade, which Blanking on what it actually is. That's not Morph Ball, not yet. That's from the enemy.
It's the wide beam.
That's what it is. White Beam, yeah, thank you. Blanking on that one, thank you very much. The White Beam's super cool too. You like one beam? How about two more? Whoa!
That's a bargain.
It really is.
Tell you what.
3-for-1 special right there.
Just remember, it's not how wide it is, it's how you use it.
But with White Beam, you're actually able to access certain areas too, because you might have seen it in a lot, like right before we exited Karis a little bit ago. There's like different blocks that pushes it, and yeah, it's very cool. Metroid progression system is nice.
It's one of the hardest tricks in the game, actually, getting one of those blocks to move. See?
Oh yeah,
I told you.
You were not kidding.
Oh, I accidentally got Ed boost. So
Nice.
very nice.
Ed must be watching right now.
Bet he is. Alright. Do this straight on. And then this one.
Yeah, that's all we need from Dairon right now. We're forcing you to go back over to the Karis. As I recall, we're about to fight the Emmy here next.
Yep. There's one wide beam block. There's the other. I'm screen watching right now.
Yeah, I think now during this section, it's probably a good time for donations.
We've raised so much today thanks to all of our generous viewers out there. We are still working our way to the Stray Any Percent race, or Stray Any Percent run. That will be at $5,000, so get those donations if you want to see that. We also still have 3 bid wars currently active right now. Naming the 3 characters in Wildermyth, naming the file name in The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker Randomized, and choosing the color of the fox's, choosing the color scheme of the fox for tomorrow's Phoenix run. That one in particular, the Ace and Debbie colors are currently in the lead, but Trans and Envy are coming up on that. So donate if you want to see those colors used as Fox instead.
Shout out to Tunic. Oh, yep, no, by the way, both runners are using a turbo controller for this run. It's legal to use that on leaderboards and stuff, because this game has a lot of mashing, to say the least, for shooting your beam. The better you mash, the better you destroy things, so yeah. Comes to the play for that fight right there every time. And for later fights in the game too. I'm glad the strat never changed from the original. It's such a good, easy strat. There we go. As they crawl up, you just blast them and it's over.
As Hockey Towner would say, another stunner.
Now we got Morph Ball. Instead of sliding everywhere now, which I think we still could do anyways, we can now just use Morph Ball.
Yep.
In this game you can slide into the Morph Ball and it looks really, really cool. Essentially, for any longer passages, you couldn't go through them before because we could just slide for a bit, but we get stuck otherwise. But now we don't. Cool thing too about this game is that by default you also get the ability to jump with Morph Ball too. Not the case in every Metroid game, but it is in this one. I think it takes us back to Artare here for a nice little detour. Then we'll go back over here through the same teleporter again later. This visit's just for one power in particular, though. But again, in a very cool way, though. Very Metroid way, if you will.
Yeah.
very Metroid way. We're gonna put the lava over here, and everything's gonna get really hot. And oh my gosh, we can't get very hot in our suit
no.
here. Oh no! What are we gonna do about this? There's fire everywhere. Oh jeez! Oh frick! Oh ah! Everything's collapsing. It's terrible. How are we gonna deal with this situation?
I can't believe this is happening, to be honest.
Can't believe it. In this game, of all things.
You're telling me Samus blew up a planet? I can't believe this.
Never. She would never do that. But yeah, joking aside, we get the various suit now, which makes it so those hot sections, think of the past. Case in point, key room right here. Doesn't hurt us. This whole area is just really hot because it kind of just blew up in general, so that's how we get out of here. And of course, again, typical Metroid fashion. Yeah, actually I forgot to say, never mind. Metroid good, I'm gonna say that. Metroid Dread, more like Metroid, really damn good video game. We're going back to Karis once again. Same teleport and everything. Game just wants us to do a little detour there.
Of course, now on my screen, Samus looks like a freaking Jolly Rancher or something.
Yo.
Booger green with purple accents.
Yeah, the various suit in Fusion's not the best. I ran Fusion for a long time. Used to call it the mustard suit.
Yeah. Oh. I bet that's a very good flavor.
I'm not a mustard fan personally, so
Oh.
I would say not in my case. But more power to you if you are.
Looks more like a puce green.
I've never heard the word puce before. I'll take your word for it.
It's a real color, I've been told.
I know chartreuse is a real color.
That's also pretty close to that.
Yeah, actually you're right. Yeah, that's true.
Yep, normally we go kill Kraid. Not in this category.
Not yet, nope. Because we're going to go over here and do the first developer intended secret. Now, give a little reminder of what Mercury Steam % is for those that are not aware. This is the category where we go through and do all the developer intended Easter eggs as we go through the game. Try and be as fast as possible. And of course, if y'all know about the Easter eggs in this game, one thing you can do is use bombs on Kraid to go inside of him and destroy him that way in the second phase. It's really, really cool.
It is. I can't believe that they added it. It's such a cool trick.
I love it so much.
We call it Kraid's Inside Story.
Alternatively,
Amazing.
belly %, which is actually a category extension.
Very fun category, too. It's almost entirely movement focused.
It takes like a half an hour if you're really good. It's a really short one.
Not bad. I love little like category extensions like that so much. Just for like very tiny things that don't matter. But it's so fun to do them anyways. I know where we are now. Okay, yeah, we're going straight to hit early grapple right now. Normally do this actually a little layer and then a normally glitches run, but we do it now. You can slide off the edge like that and jump mid-air after you slide, and then do a wall jump off the side, which means you're good. Except for right here, we have to get that jump off after the slide. If you don't get that, you fall in the lava and have to do that all over again. Which in this case means you just die instead, because there's so much lava down there.
I'm glad you remember. I have NMG brain rot, so I would have gone left, I think.
And both runners got it. Nice. Okay, so far we've just been mostly in just the 3 areas here. We'll soon branch off in a little bit to some more areas of the game.
You get to go swimming.
We do? Rout's gonna get very interesting very soon. Actually, is already because we're getting early grapple right here, and then we're getting early bombs afterwards. But yeah, we're getting a lot of early items here that developers intend for you to get early if you discovered it. So
It's really fun when you get early grapple because you start to see like the paths that they built through the world for you to intentionally get grapple before you're supposed to.
It's really cool too because you can like skip past those blocks as well too. But also any sort of those toothpaste walls you can just go up as well, just like that. Instead of just using regular old Spire Magnet, you just use that. We'll use both, but you know, we got options now. Now it's gonna go back the way we came. For a while, I think, if I recall.
Yep. There's a lot of backtracking in this category.
So you may have seen us morph while falling. That's because in the morph ball, you reach terminal velocity faster, and so you fall faster.
In Samus Returns, that property is actually like to the max, essentially.
Oh god.
Wow.
Because in that game, you fall stupid fast the more you fall in
Cannot
Morph
believe
Ball.
I did that.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. It's got that in this game too, but to a lesser degree.
Dread seems to have everything that Samus Returns had to a lesser degree.
Except for out of
movements.
bounds.
Yeah.
And outbounds, yeah. Outbounds in Samus Returns is ridiculous.
If you do that in this game, you just die.
Yeah, if you go outbounds at all, the game explodes you. I'm not even kidding you. In Samus Returns, if you go out of bounds, you skip like a billion things that are required. It's great. There's also 8 ways to do it that are unique to each other as well. Come from someone who has battle record 100% in that category in that game before. We're not talking about that here. We're talking about Dread. Dread good. We now use that grapple there to get to where bombs are right now. A little earlier than intended. Then we're going to take the same shortcuts took before to get back to where Kraid was, and then destroy Kraid using bombs. But not for another few minutes or so. Gotta restore the power first before we get the bombs.
Oh, thank goodness I didn't get bad spawn.
Nice.
Yeah, me neither. Thank
Nice.
goodness.
I got it twice during practice earlier today.
Oof.
And there's La Bamba. This game also has bomb jumping like most Metroid games does. You'll see some of that later, especially, but mostly once we get a different bomb crate, I feel. The bomb jump, but bomb's very good. Unsurprisingly so. Now I can ride these little bomb tunnels to you and just kind of shoot you out. Foreshadowing right there for experiments. The shortcut here to spike in this missile tank actually is faster going around the other way because you skip having to do 2 of those like bomb tunnel things. Just spawn the enemy, thankfully. Now we're going to a new area, funnily enough. Going to Berenia next, which is all water pretty much. It's got a lot of water.
A lot of water.
Foreshadowing here is we're going through wire right now. Whoa, classic Metroid. Actually, just remember this. We're going here now before we even go back to Kraid in the first place because of early flash shift. That's what it was.
Yep.
I did my homework, don't worry.
Oh, did you get hole in one?
No,
Okay. I don't feel so bad.
I never get it when I need to use the grapple to boost myself.
Berenia, also known as Diet Iridia.
Yeah. You're not wrong. I'm excited for this because Flash Shift is probably my favorite power in this game that they added. It's new to Dread and it rules.
It's so
cool.
much fun.
It's what makes like the spirit for this game, besides the everything else, just so damn cool.
Alright, I'm gonna need a little quiet time coming up for backdoor flash shift.
Of course, of course. Oh, nailed it. Let's go.
Heck yeah.
Nice.
Early flash shift, first try right there. That platform that Jay was just standing on is, if you stand on it, the door just closes like right in front of you. But if you bonk jump over for a few seconds, it'll eventually open up again, so you can just go right through it. Doing that, however, is really hard. You gotta do it kind of rhythmically, but
Helps to
there.
listen to Mr. Brightside.
Or any song that is 146 to 150 BPM,
There we go.
depending on how you process audio.
Oh, come on.
I believe.
Your bottom bomb's too low.
I can't hear my controller, and I just realized how much I rely on hearing the controller to do that.
Yeah.
Going around.
That's definitely fair. And thankfully, you can still get it early here, but you just can't do it. It's just not as fast this time around. Both the grapple beam there, it saves you going all the way around here. There's flat shift. Flat shift's really cool. You press A 3 times, up to 3 times at least, and you can just go across the screen really fast in like short bursts. It's very, very good. Really good for just movement in general this run. You can see a lot of really cool movement with it now from here on out. It's good for boss fights too because it allows you to avoid them super fast. It's just a really damn good power. It really, really is.
Oh, bad spawn time. Let's go.
Oh no. Yep, there he is.
Oh, he's
Nice.
coming.
Nice.
Oh my god, lay a bomb.
Oh yeah, now we're going back to Crane. I was like, where are you going? I was like, oh, hold on. Forgot, now it's Crane time, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So this is the fun part about this category here is that I think we had everything we need there to destroy that enemy anyways, but we gotta go back to Crane first because we gotta destroy them using the, like, Development Channel Easter egg. We're gonna do that. Using, once again, the early grapple method, just going through that little lava room that way.
Yeah. We also can't get to speed Emmy right now without diffusion beam unless we used a glitch. So we have to get diffusion after crate.
Thank you, that's what it was. And again, normally you fight Kraid a bit earlier than this, but this route's really cool. So we do it now. I think now might be a good time for donations. If we got any.
Just as a reminder, you can enter exclamation point charity and exclamation
Come
point
on.
donate into the chat to bring up both information on the charity at the Animal Park at the Conservator Center, as well as the marathon
come
donation
on.
page.
I believe. Yeah, well, if you get caught by an enemy, you have 2 chances to melee counter, and both of them are in random intervals, so you gotta kind of read it sometimes.
Yeah. My ZL button is just not activating right. Oh, not again. There we go.
Hey,
Nice.
let's go. That's so satisfying every time.
It is.
You can play this game for thousands of hours, but if you parry an enemy for the 100th time, it still feels good the first time. And now Jay's going straight to Kraid. Doing some funky movement here because they have flash chips, which you normally don't have on the way to Kraid. Health is also not a concern right now, considering there's also an Idor very soon, which will restore health all the way. It's very nice like that. Thank you, Idor. Now it's crate time. We have to shoot inside Crate's mouth here with missiles and charge beam. And that's how I kill them fast. This part of it's really hard to hit with missiles, so charging is good for that. Now phase 2, this is cool. We just go inside the wall here and shoot right at Crate inside their belly. Just keep on bombing until they're dead. Look at that. And Crate's done. See you later.
Bye-bye.
And that's the Mercury Steam, the Mercury Steam percent right there. With that diffusion beam, which allows us to kind of shoot our beam into walls a bit and destroy things inside of it. Just like that block on the right side of the screen right there. Gives kind of bigger like splash zone, I guess, if you will. Blast radius, that's the proper term, I think. Yeah. I was trying to think, why going back to Berenia first? But then I remembered. FWA23, right? Is that what we're doing right now?
We're getting speed boosters.
This route is famous for going to Berenia.
Fair enough.
At least 5 times.
Definitely a lot, that's for sure. Wouldn't that be a good time? I don't think, if any donations, that's good. If not, we could probably talk about the charity a bit if our host wants to do that.
Of course, Fastest Furs live at FWA 2023 will be raising money for FWA's chosen charity, Animal Park at the Conservator Center. Animal Park is home to over 70 animals representing many different species around the world. The park believes that people are more likely to become invested in conservation and wildlife preservation for a species after meeting them and learning about their inherent value. To learn more about the park's animal ambassadors, please visit www.animalparknc.org/about/residents.
That's right, that's why I come back here, so you can go back to Dairon again.
Yep.
There you go. Because he had the fusion beam before from defeating Craig, because he did developer Easter eggs. There it is.
Yes.
That's so funny. I forgot it was like that. I just watched the run again a few, like on the plane ride here. I already forgot that's a thing. It's very silly.
This is a very silly route.
It really is. But it's worth it for how cool it is.
Yeah. You get to see things you otherwise would never see.
Absolutely.
Oh good, I got the bad spot.
But yeah, now we're going through Dairon here to now destroy this Emmy and finally get Speed Booster. That's what we're going to do.
Speed Emmy just wants to be your friend. He really, really wants to be your friend.
Very friend-shaped Emmys are.
manager is going to have to take away my golf cart.
Morbin time.
Not getting those hole-in-ones.
It happens. This is a very easy enemy fight because you just stand right here and you shoot in that corner and bam, they're right there. Very simple one. This strategy never changed because why would it? It's very good.
And now we get the coolest upgrade in the whole game.
You thought flash shift was cool? What about flash shift but faster? That's
Slower.
Slower.
Yeah, yeah.
Is it actually?
It is
Yeah,
actually
it is.
slower.
Oh my god. I didn't even realize that. Okay, slower. But it's really cool.
It's only.
It is, yeah, it is really cool.
Yeah.
Speed is always cool in every Metroid game. You can never go wrong with it.
It's only faster at lengths of more than 5 flash shifts.
That explains a lot of what I saw. Okay.
And in fact, my split for Speed Booster is actually called It's Like Flash Shift, but slower.
I love it. But yeah, I mean, let's get Speed Booster. We just do that giant chain right there in order to create a Shine Spark by pressing down. And then also go in the Morph Ball here to skip a
Morbin
cutscene. That saves us a few seconds as well. Very cool cutscene though. Like the camera kind of spirals around Samus. It's very cool. But yeah, that's how that goes. The Speed Booster, we go through Speed Booster blocks right here. That's what they're called. Obvious name is obvious, but yeah. Gets to our next destination really fast. I was blanking on the name of it. It is Ferenia. There we go. It sounds like Burenia.
Yeah.
I was like, there's no way it's that. It is that. Blanking super hard on it though. There we go.
Could be.
Another universe, maybe. They could just be merged together. I don't know. It's just one part of it. We're going to the second part of it later on in the game, but this part is just very short. Very short trip to Ferenia, then back out once again.
Baby for us.
A little baby trip, yeah.
Yep, there it goes.
Oh. Ah. It just trying to get for a Shine Spark to go right on top of that slope right there. Saves a little bit of time, but it's very tight. Now it's time for a boss fight right here. The strategy for his boss is a damage boost and speed booster, which if you have to do that twice now.
Come on.
Go back again, and bam. There's also a little startup to your Shine Spark if you don't do a little melee dash before it. Saves some frames to do it like that. Otherwise, you're like, bah, bah, and it's a little slow. Okay, little baby trip back down to Dyrone. Away we go. Lore happened there. It's good lore, and it happened there. Good commentary.
Sure did.
Missed the instant spark.
We needed Quiet Rope to move a certain piece of metal about 5 meters up.
Only he can do it.
Only he can do it.
This is the Dread version of Adam told you couldn't do this until now.
Honestly, truth. Never thought of that before. As you can tell, there's a lot of elevators and like teleports in this section of the run right here. That's how it goes in this game. They'll tell you to go to one place, and that's the fastest way to do it. And actually, the only way to do it a lot of the time.
Coming
Unless
up on
sequence
our,
break, which we're not doing in this run. But it's time for this part.
Nice.
Very nice. I actually saw it done a different way there, so I'm glad that way seems a lot easier.
Yep, there's top route and there's bottom route, and top route is usually a bit faster.
Yeah, the video I watched for this one, bottom route was what I saw there. Top route, that seems a lot easier to me at least, but also risky too.
There's more technicality to it, but it's more consistent usually.
It gets us to Gavorin right now earlier than intended, to get Super Missiles earlier than intended.
nice.
Ah,
Very-
yes.
Very nice.
Very, very good.
surprised that gate didn't shut on you. You didn't.
I
flash
know.
it.
You see those green doors right there? That's the super door. You normally enter from above in that room and go all the way back down to here. But now we got super missiles. It's very good. Just place some normal missiles here, makes it more powerful.
You get to pre-open a couple doors too.
Ooh. Save some time for later once we get back there. But yeah, it's early missiles, super missiles for a reason. We're going back to Tyron again. It's because this route's very silly, but it's worth it. Trust me. The double load.
We got time for a quick donation?
It's synced up. Yeah, I'd say so.
Oh, it is.
Oh, nice.
Amazing.
We have time for a quick donation?
Go for it.
We have $25 from Sarth the Snack. And they said, only one name for Wildermyth? Let's add another one. How about Rotom for my robo-boyfriend?
Aww.
Thank you for commentating earlier on my run.
Shout out to Sarth. Staff's fastest birds over here. They're very cool. Nice.
I couldn't store my spark. Oh well.
Oh. Are we really going back to Berenia another time?
Yep. Actually, twice more? Once more. I can't remember.
Oh yeah, now it's not the guy again.
A few more times, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So now we're going to find a boss, though.
Mm-hmm.
Which is funny, because we figured out how to skip this boss like a few days into this game. We have to fight this run, because it's a glitchless run with an asterisk. So, yeah.
Well, at least we can one cycle them.
Yeah. We figured out how to one cycle this a few months ago.
Nice.
Makes it pretty trivial.
I think we should be a lot faster with Visit in general, considering Flash Shift and Speed Booster.
Oh yeah.
Just because you can Speed Boost past that. Whoa, fast. We're doing that now. We're going fast. It's crazy. I love that whole Speed Booster right there. I can never get past that section though. I know you can. Just keep a whole Speed Boost through that whole thing, but it's so hard.
I've almost gotten it. It's so much fun, but it's ridiculously tight.
I could never do that when I was throwing this. I get the half Speed Booster, and that's good for me.
I lost it, I think. No, I didn't.
Oh!
Nice.
Nice. Very, very cool. But yeah, boss fight time. Mr. Drogaga right here. Normally you skip this in like every other category. It's not glitchless, but or I guess all bosses. But yeah, this boss fight, you got to shoot the tentacles up top there until eventually it opens up and you gotta drain the water now on both sides. That's what you do, and then they're gonna open up right here and open the one cycle, I believe. Nice! Perfect one cycle. Good stuff.
Dragaiga is almost as good sounding as Fusion Ridley.
Nah, Fusion really destroys the eardrums. That's affected me for all the runs I've done in that game.
I might have to pick up some missiles here. I think you need 20 supers for the...
Oh, there goes my golf cart.
Now back to Gavorn once again. About to fight actually another little mini boss like the one we fought earlier. Like the robot that tries to attack you. Gotta do that again. We cannot do 2 Shine Sparks into it though, we just do the one to start the fight. After that we gotta just deal with their luck. Yeah, here we go. I hate that thing.
Really? No missiles at all? Alright, fine.
That attack right there is a lot of damage taken by it.
Oh, come on.
Now we got missiles, thankfully, but yeah.
Oh, look.
I forgot that's the detour there for super missiles. We already have super missiles, so let's go right past. Let's go back through here again. There's just that little platform moving around there. It makes it safe to do all this again. If it just stayed still, we'd be fine, but no.
Very nice.
Nice one cycle. And now we go to this little short-lived area here, Elune. And
Oh,
all it
come
has over here
on.
is
I thought he
plasma
died.
This looks like another
Are you
one of
kidding
those
me?
areas where you just go because of this route, but you actually go here in the game.
beam. Yeah, this is facts. You actually do have to go here for just a little bit for one very important power.
But you don't have to go there in any % unrestricted anymore.
Oh, that's right. You have the broken back and forth trick one. That thing's crazy. Can't believe it can be in under an hour now. That's ridiculous to me. More, like way more than an hour now. Actually, not even just under an hour. Wild. Yeah, for lore reasons especially, this area is very important because this houses all the X parasites. And once we get out of this area, all the X parasites are now just infecting everyone else in the planet. And yeah, it's not good. The X parasites are natural enemies of natural predators of the Metroids, and we don't want them near us because Samus by this point in time is like mostly Metroid, pretty much. There's Plasma Beam.
Wow. I did not think he was that close to dying.
Oh yeah.
Oh, let's go. That was so cool.
Did you get the keep?
Yeah.
Nice.
This is the first Chosen Warrior fight right here. We're just be spamming our beam a bunch and then shoot this in between. Doing so just destroys them really fast. This first is not too bad, but the later ones are a little hard because they have more health. And BAM! That's so cool. Samus is so cool in this game. Yeah, cutscene releases all the X parasites now, and we gotta deal with that for the rest of the game. You're about to high-five each other right now.
Yup. High five. Hey, wait, we can do this in real life.
Heck yeah,
Yeah!
let's go.
Unfortunately, the stream went the opposite direction.
Damn.
That's alright. Oh my goodness.
How did I miss the door? Oh, come on. getting my health back.
It's personal at that point. Nice.
Okay, need a little quiet time.
Yeah, we'll explain after this.
Nope.
Whoa, excuse me, Samus. Not cool.
Nice, second try.
Cool, cool.
So,
Right.
that just skips going around. And we're not able to get ice missiles early because of that.
Alright, that's enough. Enough for you.
And he's being a jerk right there, jeez. Man, now we get to the ice enemy a little earlier than intended right there. Normally need a different power entirely to be able to do that, but
Hey, buddy.
we're good. Oh! Alright, cool. Now Speed Booster will just immediately destroy the outer shell of this thing here too. It's very, very nice to say the least.
Oh, come on.
Now it's time for the ice enemy. This thing has always been a pain to me. But now it's more consistent strat, if I recall. Because he destroyed that door on the way in here, so that it's going to go through that door if you just go over this way. Just go crawl on the ceiling, seconds, and shoot them along the way over here. A little tricky aiming like this. He still moves very, very fast, and it's just, you gotta shoot for so long. But it should be good right here. Nice. Textbook fight.
Whatever I just did with the speed booster, I did on accident. Did not mean to do that. Usually you're supposed to wall jump up there and just like do that, but oh,
Right.
all right.
It was very
I skipped the
convincing.
cutscene. That's actually the hardest trick in the
that is
entire
the
run.
hardest trick in
Let's
the
go. Now we can destroy ice barriers, no problem. Alright, it's not ice barriers, but it's like flaming Swordelios. It was just on ArcanoxDragon a second ago, those things. We can just do that and get some new areas. And of course freeze enemies too, like the smaller ones. Argonaut's not going for ice missiles early here. Good luck.
Good luck.
Oh, come on.
How? Over at Jason, we're also doing early cross bombs over here. That's one I found casually personally. Just be able to do like that. I forget the name of his boss, by the way. What's the name of his boss again?
Zuna.
That's what it was. Thank you. Yeah. Then you had to destroy two of these things here. One with the speed booster like that, and now destroy the next one with the speed booster too, just like that. But it takes a few more hits beyond that, though.
Uh-oh.
Oh no. It's hard to get the speed boosters on this fight, especially when we get right to the arena like this, but it makes it just so much easier in general. Nice!
In some rooms, the developers intentionally slow down your speed booster, so you can't build a speed boost in like a boss arena. I know they do this for Z57 coming up.
By the way, it's the first time I've actually seen the Core X's. That's the thing in Metroid Fusion, first off. That's what happens when, like, you know, next players have fed bosses. Make a Core X like that drops the power that you want. We've seen that for a few more bosses until the end of the game. Oh yeah, we're going to Berenia now. Yeah.
Yep.
For one last little visit, I think. Arcanox coming up on early crossbow once again. It's got a speed boost right here, then store it through the tunnel, and no problem. This is thankfully a pretty easy one in the end, thankfully. Granting to the boss. I forgot about that. That's sick.
Oh no.
Oh no. Just taking a little shortcut as well too, all the way to gravity suits. In typical Metroid fashion, you gotta put a bunch of wire right in front of you before you get gravity suits. So you're just like, oh, I hate this is the worst. If only there was a better way. And then, yeah, gravity suit. That's the better way. It's right now. Oh, it's so sluggish and terrible. Oh no! Hey, gravity suit. Hey, now it's good.
So I was trying to make sure that
awful
Arc
Kazuna.
survived. So
I
you have
thought
like
I was gonna
24
die.
health.
Come on, Samus, we're trying to make up time here, not losing.
Come on. I'll go back to the first area of the game. She's not been here for a while. Little bits a bit dark area. Now we're gonna get screw attack, but like earlier than the game wants us to. And that's pretty cool because we can just do that. Mercury 16%, baby. Which is a quick reminder as what that means, by the way. Mercury 16% is a glitchless run in this game using all the developer intended shortcuts to get like items early and other things like that. This is one such example right here, where we get screw attack normally after the Experiment Z7 fight, but we can just get it before as well too if you know what we're doing. And the devs intended it, so there you go. Screw attack is right above us in this room on Chozo's statue. You're not even supposed to unfreeze this whole area first by destroying Experiment Z57, the boss. But we're not doing that. Oh, I know you can do that. That's really cool.
Ah, I'm an idiot.
Heck.
I forgot that I had phased him already.
Alright, this could be very important. We need this one right here in particular. I forgot about this one. To get to, what would you do? You get the screw attack early. You have the screw right there, and now you can go here a little earlier than intended. It's a very silly route because we go from the left, all the way to the left side of the map, all the way to the right side, and back to the left again, and then to the right again. Very silly route with this, but it's very cool.
It's also the only time you get to go in a frozen enemy zone.
That's true. That's very true. There's also cross. I love this about like this run in particular because you get cross bomb jumping. Mm-hmm. That's pretty unique. So I don't really see that otherwise. Here's the first enemy zone right here. It's so cool looking. I guess you should probably explain what crossbows are because I never actually like set them. We got them earlier, but Cross bombs essentially it just explodes just a bunch of explosions in a row. That's the idea of it. It's not super good, I think, for like a lot of fights, but it's very good in particular just moving around like this. It's one of those things you just need to get to beat the game or anything else. One of those has the powers. Benji's about to get screw attacked. Again, going from all the way to the left, all the way to the right, and back again, then back again. There we go.
And now we get to do it all over again.
Woohoo! Love the missile thing just floating up there.
Just as a quick reminder, when making a donation, don't forget to assign your funds to an incentive or bid war. The option will be visible when filling in your donation and helps make the marathon the best it can be. See a list of all incentives and bid wars for the entire marathon as well as their current status. You can use the command !incentives in chat.
Great to see the same like spark.
It got robbed.
Well. Very cool. At the same time, stays movement.
Well,
That's a long little shine spark. Now we're making our way up over to the next boss fight here. This is the boss that you actually skip in the normal glitches run this game, and just other categories too. But we gotta do it in this run right here. And it's personally one of my favorite boss fights. I love this fight so much. And the way we're gonna do it in the run too is very cool. I won't spoil it just yet, but it's very, very cool.
nice.
Nice.
Oh, come on, Sam.
Alright, here we go. So, for phase 1 of Experiment Z57 here, gotta keep doing charge shots and missiles right into them, back to back like that. Eventually get into phase 2 that way. Got the swipes, unfortunately, so you can't hurt them as much during that. Come on, no more swipes. There we go, you want the beam like that. You want them to belt shot the beam. Nice, here's phase 2. Just put all his leggies on the wall like that. Then now, here's the fun part.
We call this Flappy Bird.
Flappy Bird if they had screw attack. And speed booster. We're gonna use it right here in particular. So we can store speed booster right there, just barely. And as soon as we get off the wall, we're gonna use it and bam, fight's done. That's so cool. Every time. Oh yeah, normally you have spin drift is what it's called, right? The double jump?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really have that for here, just to make it easier to get out of there, but not right now, we skipped that earlier. That's what we skipped by doing the early ice missiles, Sword Helio.
My God.
Oh, this
Long,
teleportal.
humid day. Tell you what.
Oh my god. Yeah, all the way across the map.
Ah. I have to DNF? No, I got the DNF missile.
Yeah.
It's actually DNF from getting that missile. Is there a story behind that?
It's our inside joke. If you collect that missile, you're just disqualified.
No.
I think I got one DNF missile in this run. It was the one right after super missiles.
Very cool. Starting off with claws, starting off with double claws.
No. In the run that I saw, they got perfect luck here, so I forgot about the claw attack entirely. Yeah, we're back cross spawns once again. We actually go past it now, thankfully. Over to the next area, Hanubia. Wait, no, it's Freddy first. Remembered.
Hanubia.
No, it's... I got fooled by myself. No.
It's not exactly what I wanted to do, but it worked.
We take those, we take those.
Kind of cool.
Absolutely. So Hanubia, you're like, normally you go here and just go straight to the end of the game with power bombs. We just get you more powers first so we can do that. So we're gonna go do that real fast.
That's the DNF missile.
That's the one.
Tell you what.
I hate this room. Not flow.
They made it just like impossible to go through smoothly.
And now we're in front of you. Brain was ahead there for a bit.
Oh my god, I did not mean to go down that
Oh,
way.
no.
Why did I grab that ledge?
Oh no!
No!
Radar, no!
Wait, was that a donation incentive? Can we retroactively make that a donation incentive?
Hey yo!
Oh, sure. Why
I meant
not?
to grab that ledge. This is what I get when I watch, you know, the other runners screen while I'm...
I can't believe we now get every item in the game. That's crazy. It's now 100%.
Everyone knows that Pulse Radar is the best upgrade in the entire game, so...
Fun fact, in sample turns, we skip the equivalent of Pulse Radar. Scan Pulse is the best one.
Please go in the hole. Are you kidding me?
What's wrong with me? Come on.
This is early spaceship right here.
Are you kidding me?
And nice. Takes like a try for sure. Very, very cool. Now it can jump forever.
Well, when it wants to work.
Yeah.
Hey, speaking of donation incentives, we just opened up a new one. For tomorrow's Hades run, you can now donate to display a custom message on screen while the run is occurring. Get those donations in. Right now, currently, no donations towards it, so any message coming in right now will be the one displayed, and the highest bidding, the highest earning message will be displayed on screen during that run.
That sounds pretty great, honestly. Of course, keep it, like, you know, keep it tasteful if you want. Nothing not safe for work. That sounds pretty cool. You can get donations, everybody.
And then I'd also just like to mention that the Wildermyth bid war still only has 2 entries, PB and Rotom. So any third name submitted to that will currently be the name of the third character. So now's a great time to get in a donation for that.
I initially heard that as any bird name. Take some bird names for that. Give me some cardinals, maybe some blue jays.
We all have birds on the mind, on the brain here.
Maybe a raven, because we're in Atlanta. Shout out to Atlanta Ravens. Or Falcons! 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 Not the Falcons. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry.
Don't worry, there's a raven coming up soon. We'll be seeing a raven fairly soon here.
This is a fact.
Oh my god. Sorry, anyone from Atlanta. In my defense, football's not
Ravenbeak's
season.
awkward cousin Falconbeak.
Never mind.
Ravenbeak's awkward cousin Falconbeak.
It's not season.
Yeah.
Captain Falconbeak.
Oh boy. Let's settle down.
Oh, yeah, we got Storm Missiles, by the way. That was a very fast boss fight. Storm Missiles are very cool to upgrade to Metroid Dread. If you hold down the missile button, you can now shoot up to 5 in a row, and it just storms it on wherever you shoot it on. Like right here, check this out. Bam. It's so cool. I love it. And after that, we got... Wait, is it soon? After this. Yeah, we gotta fight 2 more security robots.
Wow. Can you lay a bomb, maybe, Samus, you think?
Yeah, here we go. Thankfully, they're right next to each other, so we just shoot a beam right between both of them, and it turns both at the same time. So the first one goes down pretty fast, and same with the second one, too. And I'm going over to pretty much your final enemy of the run. Might as well be.
I got a space ball.
We saw their like detection go through the walls earlier. It's very annoying. It's the wave beam one. That's how you know right there. Yeah, Speed Boost destroys that, and Super Attack destroys the inner core. That's the last one of those we see. Now this is a really hard enemy right here. Best of luck. There's a set for this. It can go wrong very fast, but I hope it goes well. So scary. And yeah, nice. And double boss fight. Nice. Get out super tight right there. Both in that, it looks very, very cool, but also it's very scary.
If you miss 4 Omega Beam shots, you have to jump over.
Yeesh.
Like four of those like rapid fire shots.
But now I got Wave Beam, which we can shoot through walls with it now. Take your best high emotes in the chat for Wave Beam. Thank you in advance. Also purple doors, of course, too. That's actually probably more important thing for Ken the other games. We need to throw us purple doors. Back to Hanubia right here. We're actually getting close to the end. Things are winding down just a little bit. There's still a big run killer,
Really,
though.
125?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, okay.
Y'all are killing it. There's always a great equalizer of Ravenbeak, though. That fight is hard. But it's so cool. Oh my god, what a cool fight.
Okay, I didn't get spammed or scammed by the storm block there. That one likes to just only lock 4 of them sometimes.
Now, different here from before is that instead of just destroying. Oh, I'm ahead of myself. Excuse me. I'm sorry. They get this fight first here. They have a shield now, which you can pull off. You can grapple beam if that ever comes to the thing you want to do, but not gonna happen this time around. Nice, nice. Had to be quiet there because I was a little concerned about health. Man, instead of destroying there for beam, you now just absorbs it straight up. And now you have power bombs. Because same as rules.
That's what the rock band station is singing. They're singing Creep. The Radiohead. Yeah.
Good luck if wave at me. Yeah. Nice, nice.
Very nice.
Thank you.
Now power bombs, you hold on the ball button for a little bit, you just flinch a giant blast in your power bomb, and nice. You got the drop there, good. It's where you get 2 power bombs by default in this game, but you need to reason to get out of here. Just to hope for a drop, basically, from one of the enemies over there.
I'm dumb.
Now we have one more fight before we get to the final area of the game. So we're winding down just a little bit. But the action's still very much there. Trust me on that one. All the way to the very end. But now this gold Chosen Warrior right here. This thing has the most amount of health of all of them so far. Strategy is to use a lot of storm missiles when they're on the walls like this. Just do a lot of damage that way. And of course, just beam. Storm missiles are very good in general.
Take any more damage.
Nice. Full health just like that. Now we're on to the final area of the game. It's right up in the sky, actually. In a rash is what it is.
I got my Metroid hand. I got my normal hand.
Both are just as important.
About to mess some stuff up with my Metroid hand.
For real. Same as watching TV right there. What she's watching.
Right now she's watching the classic with Cynthia Rothrock, Righting Wrongs. Great kung fu movie, by the way.
Good luck at Ravenbeak, you got this.
I hope so.
You got this! Yeah! I forgot exactly how Phase 1 skip works, by the way. But I do know that you do, in general, a bit less damage. You do a lot of damage here at the start in general, and then, like, ideally, you destroy them right now. Just like that. And that's consistent, which is good.
Yep.
There you go, that's Phase 1. Phase 2 introduces a lot more attacks, and a lot of just luck right here. I love this. If you melee dash to the side and aim, like, behind you, directly at Ravenbeak, you just avoid all the damage and you're able to spam hits at them. It's very cool. I love it. Nice, there's Phase 2. Basically, he starts doing everything you have at you, like that speed booster right there, for instance. Then a sun attack here, which you have to power bomb in order to get rid of it. We're not going for that this time, man. Let's go. I respect it. I respect it. He's got a lot of beams to shoot at them. And there you go.
I was gonna say you're about to not respect it.
There we go. That's the fight. Kinda. There's one small section right here where Ravenbeak gets infected, and now is like Crate Ravenbeak. It's ridiculous. This game rules. Look at that.
If you go back to Crate's arena after the extra spawn, there's a little piece of his body missing.
Really?
Yeah.
That rules.
And it can be assumed that the X absorbed it, and that's how this happened.
Okay. Also, yeah, Samus during that cutscene too, her Metroid side just kind of took over her, and now she has the Metroid suits. That's just her right now. And we got just escape in the watermelon suit.
All right.
All right. Watermelon bean.
Yeah, this is the only time that Samus feels alive, when she's escaping a planet with a timer on the screen. Otherwise, she's probably just writing hate mail to the Federation.
Bad time is coming up very soon for Jay, so get right on that. Good luck, Ravenbeak. You got this. Little cutscene there. Cutscene there or cutscene early? I forget.
Coming up.
That's what it was. Okay. Alright, time is very soon. Get right on it.
Be right here.
So close.
Wah, wah.
That's alright. And time.
Nice job.
Thank you. That was just barely not a PB.
Nice. What's your PB for this?
That was
What?
2 seconds off of my PB.
133.37.
Nice, nice. So both your PBs are just very close in that case. I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. I knew it was close, just didn't realize how close, you know?
Yeah, Arc, they did a comparison video, and the comparison runs that they took were like 4 seconds apart.
No kidding.
So.
Yeah, Quarup sacrificed themselves to save Samus. Now Samus can escape the planet, which is currently, you know, getting destroyed. Good old Samus destroying planets. What are you gonna do?
And this is acceptable. This is acceptable for Samus to. I can't believe this.
This is the end of the Samus arc. It can't any other way. That's the end of a planet being destroyed. Nice Ravenbeak, by the way.
She's doing her part to usher out the Stelliferous era.
Why is it in time like this? Why'd they add the cutscenes back to the IDC? It's so weird. This game's again time's very strange because they have the cutscenes back that you skipped into the actual good time. It's not good. I don't like it.
Yeah.
Which is weird because it's good in Samus Returns. Why'd they do this?
I have no idea. It's one of those things, you think it's working, and you ship it, and it's like, oh, that actually doesn't work.
We love you, Mercury Steam. That's why I have a category named after you. But why, though? But why? I do hope they make more Metro games in the future, though, because, like, Mercury Steam killed it with Samus Returns and the scene especially.
They really did.
Yeah.
Really did.
Yeah, they did a really good job.
I haven't played Castlevania Lords of Shadow either, but I know they made that as well. And I've heard good things about that one. Another Metroidvania, funnily enough.
It's time for the final morb.
Let's go!
Ah, there we go.
Go.
Coming up soon on time.
And time.
Very nice.
Very, very good. Any final shout outs to say?
So who do we have to thank?
The Dread speedrunning community, especially FWA for having us, and Fastest Furs for putting on this whole event. This has been awesome.
Yep.
Been great racing with you.
Yeah, it's been great.
Now we
racing
can
with you
both
too.
relax and stop grinding cloakless word we can't say on the screen.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Every night for
Cloakless
like an
water
hour at a
slope
time.
skip.
Yes, water
Yeah,
water
that's what it's
slope
called.
skip. Yeah, it doesn't stand for anything else. Oh.
So I'd also like to shout out my husband, Shell. Love you. I'll be home soon.
Aw. Thank you for having me as well, too, by the way.
Yeah,
Yeah,
thank you for
commentating.
Absolutely.
It would not have been possible without you because I don't have the brain cells to like self-commentate.
Me neither.
It's hard. It's hard.
I mean,
for a
I
game
got
like this.
distracted at least 4 times just looking at your screen like once. So
Yeah, it's hard for a game like this. I don't run anymore. I don't run this game anymore personally, but I've run a lot of Metro games in the past, and like this game's so cool to watch every time. It really is.
Yeah.
But yeah, I did my research before this too to make sure I had the best commentary possible. So yeah,
did a great job.
thank you,
Yep.
thank you.
Thank you so much.
Glad to hear it. But I think with that, we can probably have the next runner. We have Metroid Prime after this. That game rules.
Oh, that was Matt.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Let's go.